Hey guys, it's time for arithmetic. I have a new Go Noodle video that I want you to watch and practice along with them in that video. It's all about rounding, which is what we just learned. Now, that is really important skill to have, especially as we move forward into today's lesson. So really make sure that you go and watch that video and then come back and do this video. So please pause this, go watch that one, then do this one. You could even watch that one 2 times because it's a really important idea that you practice and really understand how to round numbers. So I'm going to do a little review with you for rounding numbers before we jump into today's lesson. So when we round numbers, we always look at the number that's in the ones place. So let's say we have the number, I'll pick a different color, 16. So 16, the two 10s that are around 16, the 10 that comes before it is 10, and the 10 that comes after it is 20. So I want to know which one is it closer to. So I always look at the ones place first, and it's a 6. So my rule for rounding, I tell myself 4 and under, I round down. 5 and up, I round up. So 6 is bigger than 5, so I'm going to round up. So 16 now turns into 20. So that's really important that I know how to round because today we're talking about estimating sums. Estimating sums, we've learned that the word estimating before when we were talking about rulers, that estimating is a good guess. Not some random out of the blue guess, but a good close guess as best as we can. So, for example, if I was estimating a number for close to 16, I'm not going to say 100. I'm going to say 20 because that's way closer to 16 than 100 is. So, estimating is a good guess, not a random guess. Good guess. A good guess, and then sums. You should remember what a sum is. It's the answer to an addition problem. So we're going to be looking at addition problems and doing some rounding to have a good guess of what the answer might be. So we're going to start with a little story I have for you. I'm going to write a problem as we go through it. So Emily picked up 33 pine cones on Saturday and 21 on Monday. She added them and got 64 pine cones. She added them and got 64. Okay? If we round 33 to the nearest 10, what number do we have? If I'm going to round 33, remember I always look at the ones place. The ones place is a 3. 3 is lower than 4, so I'm going to round down. Rounding down would be 30. So this is going to be 30. And then rounding 21 to the nearest 10. I look at the ones place. 1 is less than 4, so I'm going to round down again. So 21 becomes 20. Now, let's add these together and see what this rounded numbers would be. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 2 is 5. So Emily's answer is 64. Is that really close to 50? No, it's quite a bit off. So Emily's answer, 64, is too big. We were much closer to the real answer when we rounded because her answer should have been 3 plus 1 is 4, 3 plus 2 is 5. Her answer should have been 54. It should have been 54. So when we rounded and guessed, we made a good guess, 50 was way closer to 54 than 64. We were closer than Emily was. She was wrong when she added. So when we estimate, we can get close to the right answer rather than trying to just do it really fast in our head. So if you get out your arithmetic page 281 to 282, at the top it says estimating sums. To estimate the sum of two-digit addends, round each addend to the nearest 10. So they do an example for us. 21 plus 28. 21 rounds down to 20 because 1 is under 4. So we round down. And then 28 rounds to 30. It rounds up because 8, which is in the ones place, is bigger than 5. So it rounds up to 30. Then 20 plus 30 equals 50. So we're going to do section 1A together. We're just going to do one more problem together, and then you're going to do B, C, and D on your own. So section 1 says estimate each sum. The problem they have for us is 49 plus 22. So we're not going to actually answer it. We're going to do an estimate. We're going to round these numbers and estimate. So 49, we're going to round that number. 9 in the ones place. 9 is bigger than 5, so we're going to round up. So 49, if we're rounding up to the next 10, it would be 50 comes after 49. And then 22, with a 2 in the ones place. 2 is below 4, so we're going to round down. Down would be 20. If you need a number line to help you look at these numbers, let me know and I can get one for you. That'll give you a better image of which numbers come before and after if you're having a hard time. So now we're going to add up these numbers. It says the estimated sum is, so we're going to add these up. 0 plus 0 is 0 and 5 plus 2 is 7. So our estimated sum for 49 plus 22 is 70. All you have to do is write 50, 20, and 70. You don't have to actually answer the problem, but I'm going to answer it for you just so you can see how close we got. So our estimated sum is 70. Let's see how close 70 is to the real answer. 9 plus 2, 9, 10, 11. So we drop the 1 and carry the other one. 4, 5, 6, 7. 71. 49 plus 22 is 71, and our rounded answer is 70. So we were really, really close with our estimated sum. That's what you're going to do for B, C, and D, but you don't have to actually answer the first problem. You only have to write down what the numbers round to and then add those up and write up that estimated sum. Then section 2 says write the products. So you're just going to answer those multiplication problems, which we've learned all of those already. Section 3 says circle 1/3 of the wildflowers Jenny and Emily saw at the campground. Circle 1/3. So I'm going to remind you, 1/3 looks like this. The bottom number tells you how many groups total. How many groups total. And the top number tells you how many you need to circle. You only need to circle one of those 3 groups. Section 4 is a story problem. Of the 12 elk the children saw on Tuesday, 4 were females. How many male elk did they see? So females means girls and males means boys. How many boy elk did they see? You need a problem and an answer, and then you also need to label it. So in the question, it says how many male elk did they see? So your label for this problem is the orange word males. You need to write males at the end of your problem. Then on the front, on page 281, section 1, write the 2 tens each number is between. Circle the number it rounds to. So this is good practice for you before you do this section to help you figure out what 2 tens are your numbers in between. 33, what are the 2 tens that it stands in between on a number line? And then you're going to circle the one that it would round to. Is it going to round down or is it going to round up? Do that for all 3 of those problems. We did that yesterday, so it's not something brand new. You should know how to do that now. Section 2 says write the sums and differences. It is mixed addition and subtraction. So look carefully at the sign and circle it so that you know exactly what you need to do for that problem. The first problem does have carrying, and the second problem does have borrowing, and the rest do not. You should be able to do those starting with the top number and just subtract the bottom number. So section 3 says color to show the fractions. So the fractions underneath the circle, and you need to color in the parts according to that fraction. Then you need to decide, is it greater than, less than, or equal to? Look at how much space is colored in, and that's going to help you decide which one's greater than, less than, or equal to. Section 4 says Grandma and Grandpa are going camping with their grandchildren. Each of the 6 children is bringing a winter jacket and a light jacket. How many jackets are the children bringing all together? Now, you need a problem and an answer. I will give you a hint for this one. It is a multiplication question, a multiplication problem. So you need a multiplication problem, an answer, and then you need to label it again. So how many jackets are the children bringing all together? Your label is going to be that orange word, jackets. Section 5 says write the quotients. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. So we've done all of those before. You shouldn't have too hard of a time. You're going to divide, and the answer, when it looks like that with the box thing, the answer always goes on top. It's the inside divided by the outside, and the answer goes up top. Let me know if you have any questions, and that's it for arithmetic. Bye.